I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh, man.
Sounds familiar.
It is the second to last day of the weekend, so I guess it's not the last party of the weekend, but welcome to 10 Drink Minimum, sponsored by Topo Chico Seltzer. Whoa. Did you say woo?
I didn't say woo.
Oh, somebody
was I
did.
supposed to?
It wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a Saturday, and Smiley's here.
I am. I took the day off special.
Then you didn't even know it fucking snowed like 2 inches.
I did not.
Good job.
Well, it happened while I was asleep.
That's true. Smiley sleeps during the daytime hours.
That is correct.
He's not a fan of the daylight.
It's awful.
It's awful.
It is. It is awful.
You could have went out and made a snowman.
Yes, I guess so.
You guess so?
I mean, it's New Mexico, so it'd be like
This is like the
a
one
lot of
time,
mud.
the one time of the year you could have made a snowman. Maybe.
It'd be mud clods in my front yard.
Ah, well, all right. All right. Well, we have special guests with us today from the band Youngsville, Ryan Shirota
Hey.
and Cody Wilson.
Wildman.
Oh, man. Welcome to the show. So do we just get right into talking shit about Carlos right away? What do we do here? How does this work?
I'm bursting at the seams to get it out.
Really?
Throbbing.
I'll be all with the narcissism, the big head syndrome, the anger issues, the alcoholism and the violence. How do you guys put up with Carlos and the band?
The money helped.
Oh, really?
You're getting paid?
Oh,
Wow.
you're not?
No, man. You pull that mic a little closer to you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. There
That's
you
better.
go. Yeah. So how long have you guys been together as a band?
We just hit our 10-year anniversary of our first album.
Good Lord.
So just a little bit longer than that, about 13 years or so.
13 years.
Somewhere around
Interesting.
there. Yeah.
Damn. And then, well, I mean, there was kind of like a hiatus, right? Well, he took Youngsville to like what, Austin?
There was a little bit of a hiatus for myself, but Cody and Carlos went out to...
You also went to Austin.
To San Marcos, yeah.
Oh.
which is outside of Austin. But, yeah.
Interesting. How did that go?
It was interesting. We played a lot of shows that was essentially to the bartender and
Really?
to the locals there.
What's the scene like? Is it just that tough? Is it, a
mean,
lot of busking, a lot of...
some of the places that we did play, I mean, it was either, again, just empty or, just somebody like right in your face right there. And just trying to play through all that, it was kind of nerve-wracking at times.
Interesting. You're basically like practicing.
Yeah, live practice.
Is it just there's so much live music that people just don't go out as much anymore, or?
I mean, it seems like that area was kind of inundated with it, but I mean, I think what made it hard for us was the fact that, I mean, like, we weren't just playing originals. We were playing 4-hour shows that had like covers and originals.
Oh, wow.
Jesus, dude.
And between just a guitarist and a
Oop,
bassist.
hold on. I didn't mean to start playing music, but
Between a guitarist and a bassist, that's, I don't know. That's tough.
Why 4 hours? Did they make you play 4 hours?
I mean, we had to try to make some money,
Oh. 4-hour sets.
Yeah.
I don't think Ryan could handle that. Could you handle the 4-hour sets?
I do 3-hour sets with my cover band. So we did one 4-hour show with Youngsville here in Albuquerque, and I think I was very much opposed to that. I think once you pass the 3-hour mark, it's kind of... I don't think the people even want to hear it, like... 3 hours of any band
You
is
kind of
a
just
lot.
become like background noise at that point,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Even if it's the best band in the world, 3 hours is a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. I saw Pearl Jam and they did a 3-hour set, but it was like $75 ticket, which nowadays is like fucking nothing.
Right, yo, that sounds like a deal.
Like 75 bucks. They did like a 3-hour set and then they did like 3 encores.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So, I mean, but you know, by the end of it, my knees and feet were hurting. It's like, okay, we get it. Better, man. Sick. Come on, man.
What's the percentage of lyrics you understood in that 3 hours?
A lot?
A lot of it.
Okay. Are you trashing Eddie Vedder over here?
No, I'm actually a fan.
At home drawing pictures of Mountain Joe. No, he was great. He was funny too.
Well, any local band, 3 hours is a long time.
Yeah. Who would you go see for 3 hours? That's a question.
I don't know. Beastie Boys, if they were all alive. Still.
They're not. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little tough there.
They're not doing a lot of rapping.
Stephanie
No,
Galloway.
that's called a funeral.
Oh wow. Stephanie Galloway says the Grateful Dead plays for like 5 or 6 hours. What's your problem? She didn't say what's your problem.
Not enough LSD.
Not enough LSD. You think that's what
really
it
what
is?
it is.
It's all the LSD that they're on? They're like, oh man,
It helps. I mean,
yeah. They don't even know what hour they're on. They're like, oh.
We've only been on for 20 minutes.
You ever get around a bunch of old deadheads and they start talking like weird shit? Like they're like, you listen to Boston Summer of '67 yet? You know, and the other person's like, oh yeah, man. He's like in that third hour, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I played with Shoulder Voices for about 10 years, and Bobby, he has like an extensive recording of almost every show.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
I'm not surprised.
like a huge catalog of.
He's probably going to be listening. He tunes in pretty regularly.
Right. Hi,
Does he
Bobby.
like go back and listen to all those?
Yeah. I've done it a couple times.
He'll be
too.
like,
Kinda
you know,
fun.
Ryan, I noticed at Burt's Friday, January of 2014, you were a little, you came in a little late on that third song.
For our last album I did with him,
Yeah.
we put little bits from our live show on that album.
Really?
So if you listen to it, in between each song, there's live hits from 10 years of just various random things.
Just random
And
banter.
he had very extensive notes, like this joke was really good on February the 27th.
What?
Blah, 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 like really extensive.
Oh
notes
my
on it.
gosh.
He listened to it all again just to make those notes for that album. So
I'm over here. I had to clip a thing out of the last show, and I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even remember what we talked about. I'm like, wow.
I listen to our old shows,
See, he does.
at least my parts.
What do you mean?
skip ahead.
How does that work? Do you skip? How do you skip?
No,
I'm not even-
I'm kidding.
I'm not even
kidding.
gonna listen to this.
It's a 2-hour show. I listen to the whole thing.
I was gonna say that'd be tough to do. You're like, oh no, yeah. What are you gonna do? Okay, what are you gonna do? Fast forward. Like I listened to just my part of the show. It was 8 minutes long.
Right? It's so easy.
Yeah.
Get some AI to train it just to like chop
God,
out
you
the
can
smiley.
you can do that, right? Like
I'm
it's
sure you
gonna
can.
happen.
Yeah.
Because like now they do that where like you can put your video into like Adobe whatever, one of those, I don't know which one, and it'll just like cut it into clips for you.
Yeah. Influencer style, where it's just like the hard cuts and stuff.
Oh yeah, which is ridiculous, man. I don't know. The influencer thing is fucking dumb.
We'll have a smiley headroom over here. Like, hey.
You're right. We should do a thing. It's just clips of Smiley being crazy. The Smiley. I just don't have that kind of I have that kind of time. I just don't wanna. I don't want to go back and do all that work.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work.
Don't turn me into much eclipse.
We just need an intern, and I'll be all you came in today, cool. For the next 4 hours, I need you to just cut every Smiley clip out of every video we've ever done. Can you get that done real quick?
Can you get that done by Saturday?
And I'll sign your sheet. Yeah.
Like they're on probation.
No, it's
Yeah.
like internship.
You joke, but yeah, like you might have like a podcast
Yeah.
college degree coming up here, and then you might be that.
I have a degree in podcasting, which would be fucking dumb. Super
Right,
fucking dumb.
not audio engineering, but podcasting specifically.
Yeah, that'd be dumb. I would literally laugh in someone's face. I'd be like, unless they were like, hey, we would like for you to teach this course. Then I'd be like, oh, well,
It all sounds absolutely legitimate.
I think it's a good idea. And it will be. I'll take a look at the person to the left of you and to the person to the right of you. One of you will not be podcasting in 6 months.
One of you will not make it past episode 6.
Yeah.
No, that's the whole room.
Right. Yeah.
What's your podcast about? Well, it's about fantasy football. Done. Fired. No fantasy football podcasts. Oh man, I get hit up like about shit like that. Like it'll be someone I've known for a while, and they'll go, "Oh man, I gave my number out to my coworker. I gave your number out to my coworker because he wants to start a fantasy football podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, Chris will help you." And I'm like, "Don't ever fucking do that again. I will not help them. Don't hand out my number telling people I'll just fucking help them because then they randomly reach out and they're like, 'Hey, I'm starting a fantasy football podcast,' which sounds awful.
Right.
It's like, ugh.
I get a lot of, will you teach my kid how to play drums?
No.
He's 2.
No.
He can't hold a drumstick, but would you come to her?
Can he play the cajon though?
Right.
I give Ryan a lot of grief about the cajon just because you played it like on our show one time.
I had several shows, but
hold on,
one that you happened to see.
No. Let's see. Well, let me see if I can find it.
I played like one of those 2-hour sets on a cajon one time. And my hands were like bleeding.
We played
Good.
that was Savoy. That
You
was Savoy, wasn't it?
You
One of those,
cajoned
yeah.
yourself?
Yes, exactly.
I don't think it's on this one. Let's
Oh, like the YouTube one? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, see if I can find it.
I love that video because the like camera keeps like going to my shoes. And I'm
Really?
like, why are you showing my shoes?
Who was filming? I don't know who was filming. It probably was me.
Yeah.
Chris,
I don't
Get
know.
those Nikes on the shot.
I like those shoes.
Like those
I don't know
shoes, boy.
if it's on this one. I
It's
don't know.
I can tell you what it is.
Oh, what's
It's,
it called?
Albuquerque Underground or something. Oh, like
No, it was this? No, I'm talking about we were at the art bar.
oh
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different
Do you
one.
not remember that?
I probably do.
Let's see if I have.
Yes. Oh, okay. I know
There
what
it
you're
is.
talking about. Yes, that's the last
Let's see.
time we were on the show. I think.
it. Really?
Time after
Good
time.
lord. I didn't mean to jam everybody's ears out. here.
Wow.
Oh, the video's so bad because it's like, 10 years ago.
Woo! Look at that quality.
I know.
Super
Like
good.
240.
Yeah. There's Ryan cajoning.
I hear the clock tick and think of you.
See if we can get the audience here.
Circles confusion is nothing new.
It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Almost behind. Suitcase
But yeah,
of
plays cajoning on stage there, so that's why I always give you shit about it. Well, it's fun. Carlos says it was at Art Bar. So Carlos can watch the show, but he can't show up for the fucking show.
Sounds about Carlos.
That's a fucking lead singer mentality if I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, he was like, I got better things to do, but you
He's
boys.
like, sorry guys, I've got to clean my hair up.
He does. He's got to get ready for the show.
Yeah.
on Friday.
Does he have like lead singer syndrome?
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
Really?
We'll put it that way.
What do you think, Cody?
I think the therapy helped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I said only 2 people allowed. Well, you could have stood over on the side and,
Watch
Is that a
this.
hard rule?
Could
now?
have sat on my lap.
Is it a hard rule?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It
Okay.
is. I only allow like people are like, we're gonna bring the whole band, and I'm like, no, there's no room in here. It would be painful to have like 5 people in here, and then everyone will like talks off mic. They're like,
Right.
I want to answer, and they start talking off mic, and it's fucking terrible. It's a terrible idea.
Okay. Well, I'm just for future reference. I didn't know that.
You should what? Do you like having like 6 people on the podcast?
Not really.
Okay.
That doesn't generally go well.
No.
No.
No, but that's okay. No, you guys. So Ryan's been on here. Cody's never
Yeah.
been on here.
That's the first time.
I think this is number 4. So
Oh, Jesus.
I'm ready for my 5-time.
I want to know.
jacket
I want to know
this
what's in
time.
the hot topic bag.
Oh yeah, this is a gift.
It's a gift. Is it a record?
It might be.
Oh, snack. Uh-oh. I get gifts.
It's
Yay.
a record from Hot Topic.
Fucking A. I hope it's fucking My Chemical Romance.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god. It's the new album.
The new album by Youngsville.
Hometown Relics by
And-
Youngsville. When will this be available? And it's autographed on the back.
It is autographed. It's going to be available on Friday at the show.
Oh shit! Did you guys actually sign it, or
Yep.
is this just like how
Nope,
they all
that's
come?
signed for you.
How did you reseal it? Oh, you just licked it.
It
and-
just
Oh.
it's that sticky stuff, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Chris is the first person in Albuquerque
What?
to have a copy.
Oh man! And we'll be playing this record at the break. That's awesome. So,
And there's some stickers in there too for Smiley.
oh
Oh,
shit!
nice.
Smiley didn't get nothing.
They have this right. Well, I don't have anything to play vinyl on, but I love stickers.
See?
I don't
Worked
feel
out.
any. I don't. No. No.
Oh.
No. Just more needles.
He's all, nope, nothing. All this stuff for me.
Oh, sorry.
That's awesome, man. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, Hometown Relics comes out this Friday. Craig says now he thinks it's Sunday because we're on live. I don't know if you know this, but Craig is English.
I've heard the rumors.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's being released on vinyl and CD and digital. So too many ways to listen.
Oh, man. And the show's this Friday
Yep.
at the Launchpad with red light cameras.
Yeah, small time band, red light cameras.
And then
New
who
I think
else?
I've heard of them.
Who else is on there?
No, we have Dimer, which
Yeah.
is another local band, a really, really great band. We have a touring band called Dusty Rug. And we have Red Light Cameras, of course, who
Yeah.
are amazing. So really, really happy. For
Craig says he's an American citizen now.
Ooh.
I don't think we have that substantiated, though.
I mean, it didn't seem like it.
He's all, I live here. I'm in it, bro. Bruv, gov. How do they talk?
Not like that.
I've got a pain in me Gulliver. Stu says Rusty Doug. Stu's alive, guys.
Wow.
Just so you guys know, Stu is alive.
Good to see.
I have not seen Stu in many a moon.
Oh yeah.
He's alive.
Stu's a good friend.
Craig says, I mean, there's video proof, and I got a certificate. LOL.
Well, there you go. He's got a certificate now.
He's all right, come on now.
Well, you can get into the Youngsville show then.
Yeah.
Now we're
Or Craig. I just give him all kinds of shit. I sat with him last night. I went to Coffin Kings last night. Coffin Cats.
Yeah.
I keep getting Cottonmouth Kings and whatever. Anyway, it was interesting. So I walk out. It's funny because they're like rockabilly, and there was a band opening for them. Great name for a band, by the way. It was Hans Gruber and the Diehards.
nice.
What kind of music do you think it was
Nice.
by that name?
Ska, maybe?
Dang.
Nice.
Oh my God, on the first try. So Smiley will enjoy this. So everybody's like, you want to go check out the band? And I go, all right. So I walk up there and I go, too many brass instruments. No. I saw a trombone and I saw a saxophone and I was like,
Not for you.
nope.
And you're all more than one equals bad. I should know that.
More than one's not any good. No sir.
Someone's gonna start slapping with their chain and skanking on me.
And then the lead singer had his shirt off. So yeah, I pieced out. I don't know how you guys feel about ska, but
I'm okay. I'm
yeah.
okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah. In small dosage.
I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 20
And
minutes.
it's all, and you're like, oh, okay, all right. So, and then everybody walked out and they're like, that was so fun. And I was like, well, as long as you guys enjoyed it, it's fine. I don't know. I like the name though.
I got locked into a ska fest one time, so it just brings back traumatizing memories.
Got locked
I
in.
got locked in.
Well, it was like, well, no reentry, and I'm like, so I'm here all day. I
So
can't even leave.
Craig says lead singer stripped to his shorts, and you mean cargo shorts? His cargo shorts, I believe. They were and they were fine.
They were fine.
Just not.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. Which is crazy because I like Sublime, and I feel like Sublime has a very punk ska, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't really have much brass though or anything like that.
Oh, he said underwear.
Ooh.
Right. And interesting. And then I guess what was the band? Gwen Stefani. They were kind of
No doubt.
No
ska
doubt.
at first, right?
Their first
Oh,
album
yeah.
for sure, yeah.
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 I don't know. I just saw too many brass instruments in the Launchpad. I was like, "What's whoa? Is there not a sign at the back door? No slide trombone."
That's a lot of people on stage too.
Yeah.
That would be a nightmare for the sound guy.
Yeah. Yeah. When you guys go to a show, when you go to set up a show and it's local, do you see a certain sound guy and you go, oh God.
The opposite is when I see Andrew. I'm
It was Andrew that was
thank
awesome.
God. I like pray.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I know when he got sick, I was like, we better fucking get that guy to the hospital.
Absolutely. Andrew's the best in town.
We got to get this
for sure.
fixed here.
There's one. I won't name him. Actually, I don't even know his name, so I can't. But-
Johnny, right?
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
That guy.
that we had a bad experience with, and
Yeah.
we almost never complain about this kind of thing, but like we complained about it.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just not good.
You saying that Carlos isn't a complainer? He looks like it.
No, like honestly, no, like not often. And he was like, this was such a
He's
bad
like, Ryan, I thought I
experience
told
for
you
us.
not to wear those shoes.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm behind the drums.
You need to smile more.
I mean, that sounds like a very Carlos critique right there.
Yeah, it is kind of
Is it really?
in a nice
Yes.
way. He wants us to be the best we can be. So
Oh, I got you.
yeah.
I'm the same way. I'll be all smiley. Why didn't you wear? He's not bad. He always wears.
I always remember to brand up when
He does.
appropriate.
Yeah. Anything Carlos has suggested,
Yeah.
it's always been good for us ultimately, even if we've like
I feel like you're saying that
against
through
it. Yeah.
gritted teeth.
because he's watching.
He says he wasn't a regular employee. He was filling in for the regular sound guy.
Yeah. And then he
Was it Stu?
No, it was not Stu. I would trust Stu. I mean, yeah, Stu's got a good ear
He does.
for sure.
It was really funny because I'm not going to say the band, but I was at a festival here and a band was playing, and it was almost like the bass player, the lead singer, and the guitar player were in one band, and the drummer was in a completely different band, and they were playing two different songs at the same time. Not well. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, this is fucked. I hate this. And Stu walks in, and he's like, I could hear that the drummer was off from the rest of the band down the street. And I was like, right? And he's like, and then he looks at me and he goes, are they playing the same song? And I was like, that's what I was just thinking. Also, the sound guy I hate is when I have to do my own sound. Yeah, that is fucking terrible too.
That's true. It's been rough.
Was it One-Eyed Joe on sound? That's what Craig is asking. We're just gonna fucking keep guessing until you're like, okay, it was him.
I actually don't know his name. I'm sorry. If I could, I would.
Tommy? Was it Tommy? Just kidding.
We only saw him like twice there. Right?
Oh.
I had him another night at one of the Halloween shows, and I was not excited. I was like, damn it.
That's It's one of those things where it's like they're almost another member of the band, really.
It can make or break a show.
It can make or break a show.
Absolutely.
And I always hate like when you go, because it just seems to me, and this is not a knock on anyone else that works at Launchpad, it just seems like to me when it's not Andrew and I go watch a show, the lead singer's vocals are always washed out every fucking time. You know?
Yeah, it's because Andrew takes the time to dial the frequencies in.
Yeah.
He gets everything real prepared for
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you're like, what in the fuck? You know? And you're like, okay, I can hear warbling. I just can't hear what it is, you know? And it's kind of, it's frustrating.
Right.
And, it's also the board too. Like they have to know the board, right? Like they're not all the same.
No, I mean, and it's more so the space, right? Like you got to know the little secrets.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so. I saw a Reddit thread the other day about how Sunshine has the worst sound, and I tend to agree with that. I think
Okay.
Sunshine is one of the
I'll say this about it. If you have to go to a show at Sunshine, pull that mic to you. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it.
okay.
If you have to go to a show at Sunshine, here's my tip. Stand in front of the soundboard, because that's where the sound is dialed into,
Right.
you know? And a lot of times if you notice when people bitch about the sound, they're over there on the right side behind that plexiglass.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that fucks up that sound over there. You know what I mean? Like the hockey glass to keep the kids from drinking.
I've seen some good shows there, but sometimes it's just unbearable. The
Yeah.
bass is so loud sometimes it kills you. And I wear earplugs to every concert I go to, and it even still is like way too much sometimes.
Yeah, someone says, Stephanie Galloway, remember when the Smashing Pumpkins came to town and the sound was terrible? Yes, I do.
Because they brought their own sound guy.
Yes, I do. And someone was like, it was the venue, and I was like, bullshit, because Interpol played before them, and the Interpol show sounded amazing.
It was great.
And then I'm walking away disgusted about how bad the sound was. And I hear this girl, she's like, I just saw the greatest concert of my life, and I wanted to be like, you have a shitty life.
I mean, the band, the fandom or whatever can
Yeah.
account for a lot of that. If you
Yeah.
are such a huge.
Have you ever gone to a concert and it was disappointing? You were
Yeah.
disappointed? Who?
Um,
Or met a famous person?
I saw Jimmy Eat Worlds,
Oh.
and that was very disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted it to be a lot better, and I had seen them before, like 5 years.
He didn't eat
prior
the
to
world
that.
he ate before the show, so he's like,
He was full, yeah.
No.
No, it just I guess I didn't like the album that they were touring or
Real,
whatever. You know?
See, and that's a painful one, because it's like you're like, oh shit, I don't know, whoever, like Mars Volta, like Mars Volta's touring, and then you're like, shit, yeah, and then everybody's like, yeah, they got a new record. You're like,
right?
okay. Stu says having one bad show with the sound guy. I don't know what that means, but cool. But that's kind of a frustrating one where you show up and they go, we're gonna play our new album in its entirety.
Yeah, just like our show on Friday. We'll
Oh, he
be
says
playing-
can ruin your shows forever with them. Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yes.
Stu's just, he's-
Isn't that normally what you do when you go see a band?
what?
It's usually you're listening to whatever their new album is.
Not always.
There's a trend now where bands are like, we're playing our full album from 10 years ago, like
Yeah, which
in
is cool.
entirety. I
Which
love
is cool.
that. Yeah.
So Evan Dando's coming here, and I saw him with the Lemonheads. God, I want to say it was like 8 or 9 years ago at Launchpad, and they did "It's a Shame About Ray" in its entirety, which is amazing.
That's what people want to hear, right?
Yeah.
Especially with a band like that.
So the one time, I'll tell you a time that I was disappointed in such a thing, and I was with Stu. Brian Wilson was playing at Kiva, and Stu's like, "You want to go to this show?" And I was like, "Fuck, dude, it's Brian Wilson. It's like the Beach, it was Brian Wilson and Al Jardine from the Beach Boys. So it's like, when will you get to see legendary Brian Wilson again, right?" And they did Pet Sounds in its entirety for the final tour. Wow. And I'm like, dude, this is going to be fucking amazing. And Stu and I get, like, the show, it's all 7 o'clock. And we're like, okay, the doors are at 7. We get there at, like, fucking 7:20, and the show's been going for, like, 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
Because it's fucking old people.
Right.
First of all, you're like, okay, it's going to be old people, so you won't have all the phones in the air. That is true, because they do this.
Oh.
They have their iPad up in the air, filming with their iPad. And 70-something-year-old Brian Wilson sitting in a chair singing and then getting up mid-song to go pee is quite interesting to see. And he cannot sing. And then, so Al Jardine's son was there too, and his son is what do they call it? Like Frankie Valli, like sing. What do they call that? The way
Falsetto?
Falsetto.
Yeah.
Al Jardine's son can sing in falsetto, so when he sings some of the Beach Boy songs, it almost sounds like he's multiple people. So then they did Sloop John B, and Brian Wilson started singing it. I was like, no, let Al Jardine sing it. Let his son sing it.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, it was sad.
It's like I hear Bob Dylan's kind of like that, where his voice is.
Here's I've seen Bob Dylan 3 times. Here's what's fucked up. Like, you think like, oh man, he's had it, like he can't sing anymore, because he gets up there and he's like, and you're like, okay, he's done. But seen a legend. Then he'll go on a fucking like Jimmy Kimmel or something and fucking belt out and sing really well. And you're like, this motherfucker phoned it in at Albuquerque. And the only time I didn't go, I gave my ticket to Holly. He fucking didn't phone it in, and he played a baby grand piano, and she was
Whoa.
like, it was amazing. And I was like, fuck.
I feel like when you're touring that much, there's going to be a couple nights out of the tour where you got.
Well, Homeboy's toured his whole life.
Right.
Always in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
What city? What
Almost
city?
every time.
Bob, you ready for the show? What city are we in? Albuquerque? Bleh. I'm not going to talk the audience out all night until the end of the song when I just talk about the band. That's what he does. And I love Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's like my hero. I have a book of all the lyrics right here. But,
It's true. He keeps it around. He's all Bob Dylan.
well, let's go to the book of Dylan real quick. Page 34.
I saw Ringo.
Ain't nothing happening here. What's that? Yeah, you saw Ringo?
Ringo was great.
Oh, that was in Rio Rancho.
Yep.
You know what's fucked up is like when you see things on paper and you go, oh, okay. and then like you don't do it or whatever, and then you see the video and you're like, what a fucking mistake. That looked amazing.
It was great. I've had other friends see his all-star bands and tell me it was good, and I thought it was
Somebody who was with him, it was
it was the Men at Work lead singer. I don't
Oh,
know any of
geez.
these names.
yeah.
All American band.
He's all with the Vegemite sandwich.
Edgar Winter. I know that one. He was there.
Really?
That was really cool.
Okay.
But yeah, it was great, and I didn't expect to get like kind of emotional, but when he played Octopus's Garden, like I got emotional.
Under
And it's
the
not even like
sea.
a great Beatles song. It's a good song, but
It's
it's,
a good
not
song.
top
I saw
five or
and I saw
anything.
videos of like when they did like Let It Be. Who sang Let It Be?
Like the whole band
Yeah.
was singing it.
And I was
all
like,
of them.
no. I guess Paul doesn't give a fuck. I guess whatever.
No, he did a couple Beatles
He's
songs.
all who's playing my song? No, Ringo. He's all it's okay. It's Ringo. No one cares.
Yeah, and then he tripped and fell on stage.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was the big one.
That
Everybody was like,
that was the video that everyone watched. But
Colin Hay from Men at Work.
yes, that is.
See, that's what's
accurate.
great about this show. You don't know shit, and then the people will correct you and tell you how stupid you are.
Right.
You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah, we edit out the parts where they're calling us dumbasses.
yeah, you stupid son of a bitch. But yeah, that was one of those ones where I was like, damn it, I should. It's a fucking Beatle. I should have went and saw fucking Ringo.
I think that's what got me. Like
Yeah.
watching him perform his song, I was like,
Yeah.
this is as close as I'll ever get, really, probably to
So
getting
I remember Paul did Lubbock, and my parents lived in Clovis at the time, and I was like, "Are you guys going to drive over and see Paul?" And my mom's like, "No," because they just don't do anything like that. And I'm like, "Why?
right.
Why would you not? Like an hour drive?
Why was he paying Lubbock?
I don't know. That's weird, right? I don't know. A lot of people don't know, but I don't know if Smiley knows this.
What?
But I am friends with Ryan Shirota's mom. Ryan Shirota's mom and I get along very well.
That's true. Yeah.
We're friends on Facebook. I think Instagram too. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, like I at the end of the show, I'm like trying to get my parents to get in their car, and Chris and them are just talking. I can't get them. I'm like, guys, we need to go home.
Oh, I know. Ryan's all, can we leave?
Yeah.
Can we leave? I'm done. My drumming arms hurt. And Ryan's mom's all telling me stories about little Ryan, the drummer. She's all, we brought him home from the hospital. No.
No, shout out to my parents who are probably watching.
Oh, there's Maria Wright says, poor Ringo got lightheaded because of the altitude change. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Kathy Shirota. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Mom. Shout out to my dad. It's his birthday today.
Oh,
wow.
dang. Your dad and I have a
birthday.
birthday a week apart. That's pretty cool.
Happy birthday.
Also, people don't have to say happy birthday to me anymore. It's been a week.
Oh, happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, I just feel like at this point it's gonna bleed into the summer.
Right.
It's like oh poor me, huh?
We'll keep it going.
Poor me.
Didn't you know it was Chris's birthday?
Oh my god.
What? Wasn't that a few weeks ago? Or now?
I don't know.
You don't
I mean,
know.
I'll still accept gifts. Thank you for
Yeah,
this beautiful record. So let's talk about the record. So this is the one where you guys were recording this like 8 years ago.
2016, almost exactly 8 years.
Shit.
To the day, almost.
And the
I just remember one day, and I don't know why. I don't know what, maybe you can tell me. Carlos hits me up and he's like, hey, do you want to come over while we rented this house? And it was over here by the Lowe's supermarket. He's like, you want to come over and like film and like chill out while we record? And I was like, okay. Sounded cool to me. And I did it. And then I just completely forgot about it.
Did you
Yep.
show up?
Yeah,
that?
he
Yeah.
was there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I sent Carlos a bunch of pictures and video from that day.
I think you were the only person who got invited
What?
behind the scenes.
Dang.
Did we tie one on that night or what?
I don't. Yeah, probably.
Probably.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so you guys recorded this record 8 years ago. What took so long for it to come out?
The move.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Carl-
moved to Texas and I moved to Idaho.
I believe Carlos.
Oh, that's right.
Had an ear infection there for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah.
You moved to Idaho
Yep, Boise,
for what?
girlfriend at the time.
Oh. What did Kathy think of that?
They they were very supportive.
Yeah.
But it's funny, I still get a lot of people who are like, "Oh, how was Ohio?" I'm like, "No, guys, I was in Idaho."
And they're all,
Oh, great, cool,
Not much different, right?
right? It's the same.
Potatoes.
So yeah, just a lot of things got in the way. But I will say that Carlos kind of worked on it a little bit here and there all throughout those whole 8 years. Even so much so as like re-recording like some of these songs, like with different band members and stuff. Lots of like, there's some songs on here that have like completely different versions of them, which I don't think will ever see the light of day. But when he started coming back to New Mexico, and when I was back in New Mexico,
You just can't get out of here.
Yeah, right,
Land of
right.
entrapment.
I think we kept just talking about going back to the original recordings and just making them sound good. And
Interesting.
that's what we did.
Very
I
cool.
think Relics is completely transformed.
Huh.
There's a couple songs on there that like, but most of it, like 99% of it, is like the original recordings from that time.
Fucking A.
So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's exciting. It was kind of weird to relearn some of those parts though, because it was like 8 years ago. Ryan.
How does that work? Do you like sit there and you're like, wow, what did I do?
Some of it comes naturally because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's something I would do.
The
But
muscle memory.
Yeah.
but also a lot of it was just like having to listen to it and learn it like I would learn any other song. It was kind of like learning covers. It was kind of weird.
Well, some of it's literally like tendency. You're like, okay, that's something I do. It's like
Right.
you said, like you're like, okay, I hit like that, and yeah, it's interesting. Huh?
Yeah, but it's been interesting, and it's
Boise didn't change your drumming. Did you play in Boise?
a little bit. Yeah, I got fortunate to have a coworker who had a band that he let me play with his band a couple times, and
They were called the Rudy Fruits, and they were ska.
no, they weren't ska, but it was like a bunch of Irish
Oh no,
punk songs and stuff, like Dropkick Murphys and
Oh,
stuff like
wow.
that. So
That's
yeah,
okay. That's
very particular.
That's pretty okay. And Craig's, if he's still listening, he'll enjoy this kind of conversation. I feel like there's like the Dropkick Murphys and what's the Flogging Molly, and I think that's all the room we have for that kind of music. Like there's no more. We don't need another one.
No one's breaking into that field, that genre.
We're good.
Right.
No.
Right.
Like you show up to play and everyone's like, no.
We're full, boys. We
Are
got
you guys a Flogging Molly cover band or a Dropkick Murphys cover band? No, we do our own. Yeah, I think we're full. We've had enough of that. Irish drinking, fighting. We get it. We get it. World War I and II were bad. We get it. Right? That was kind of what it was.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. They're great. They're party songs, It's about
Yeah.
drinking and having a good time. So
Did you guys do a lot of like Dropkick Murphy songs?
a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shipping up to Boston.
Shipping up
well,
to Boston?
yeah, and we had a like
Dude,
dude play a bagpipe for a minute too, and he like
and that's why you're deaf?
yeah, right. That's why I can't hear out of my right ear anymore.
Jesus Christ.
But we did Long Way to the Top by AC/DC, and that has a bagpipe solo in it.
The one song.
Yeah, exactly, the one song that has it. So yeah.
You know what? Speaking of bagpipes, like you ever hear like a record and you're like, what is that instrument that they're playing? And you think like it's a synthesizer. So the one time that happened to me, it was Neutral Milk Hotel. So they play at the Kiva, and some of the songs are like, what in the fuck is that sound? Well, here's what have you ever seen them live? Or
I was at that show.
you were at their
Yep.
show. So for people listening, here's what they play. Like it's Jeff Mangum on the guitar. Then double thumbs up. Then you have what's his name? The guy from here, the drummer. He's on drums. And then you have a bass player. But then you have like a utility guy. And he plays 3 different saw blades with a bow. Then he played a banjo with a bow, and then he had a pot with a cowbell. And then out of nowhere, some dude comes out and starts playing the electric bagpipes, which I did not know was a thing, where it doesn't have the billow thing, but it still has a pump thing for no reason, because there's no air going in and out, and he's like blowing into the thing, and he's like playing it. And if you listen to some of the songs, and you're like, what is that fucking noise? Like, what is that? It's the electric bagpipes, which didn't know that existed.
The saw blades are pretty cool.
They were pretty cool,
They have
yeah.
a really cool sound.
I mean, all of it was cool. You talk about sobbing. I got emotional at that show. I was like, that's probably the greatest concert I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was really good. And
It
I had
was-
seen him when he was on his solo tour like a couple years before that, and it was just him.
I saw him like 3 weeks, or no, like 2 or 3 months before. He played at the Lindsay.
Right. But seeing the full band was a whole
Carlos says one of my bandmates in Hyperland had an electric flute. It was weird. Yeah.
What?
They're making the toothbrushes electric. Why not?
Yeah.
Get everything's electric.
I feel like in that band, if someone has an electric flute, they're constantly like, hey, you know what we should cover? And you're like, Jethro Tull? Is that what you think it's going to be? How about no?
Hey guys, I was just thinking we could do this one part.
He's a virtuoso on the flute. No, we get it. Doesn't mean we want to listen to it. Oh, I used to have a coworker that would just, if he started talking about music, he would just start talking about Jethro Tull.
That was his go-to?
Mm-hmm.
His go-to.
Yeah.
It has its place.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. We got a Tuller fan here. We got a
Just the first album.
Telly. Was that the thick as a brick one?
Locomotive Breath.
Oh man.
Aqualung.
Aqualung. There we go. And I'm sure it's one of those things I make fun of, and I'll probably listen to it and I'll be like, you know what? Cody was right. It's probably good.
Just don't listen to it when you're in a bad mood.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Put you in a worse mood, or?
Well, in an altered state, I'm saying.
Oh.
That's not the type of music.
Oh, you talking about drugs?
Oh, whatever.
Youngsville does not condone or use drugs.
No.
Just letting Kathy know that.
We're dry.
Nope.
Ryan is drug free.
I am.
It's the way to be.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's been good.
So, what do you guys think of this album? This new album?
I feel like I've been speaking a lot. What do you have some thoughts?
I'm just glad it's actually coming out. I did not think it would ever see the light of day, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, no. And when he said, what do you think about doing it again or whatnot? I was like, okay, cool. And he's started working on it, and I'm stoked about it. So
They say so there's an Instagram chat that doesn't come over. Someone said in the chat, Smiley should take his shirt off more. I don't think Smiley's ever taken his shirt off in anywhere of my vicinity.
Yeah, that's it's not really a thing I'm known for.
No. Shirt.
Try to find a picture of me in shorts, even.
That's my new band. We're called Shirtless Smiley. Albuquerque, it's been great. We're Shirtless Smiley. Oh man.
I'm stoked on our new album though. I think it's our best album.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, by like leaps and bounds. I think it's really
interesting,
really good.
What kind of growth did you think went from the last album to this? Like what?
Every album's been a little different genre wise.
Yeah.
But I think this one in particular, we really just were honing it into what kind of music we were into at that time.
Yeah.
Which was 8 years ago. But
Jesus. How hard was it to go back and listen to that and be like, we should put this out? Because
when I heard the songs like in their current state, I was really excited. I think they sound awesome, and we put a lot of work into it. Like we said, we rented a house or a casita for a month and really just worked at it almost every day. Like Carlos was there working on it every day. I think we were there probably 4 or 5 days out of the week working on it.
Like how Carlos is correcting everybody. Cody and Ryan both wrote songs on it.
That's true too, yeah.
The bar song and Mr. Purdy. All right.
Yep, and Mr. Purdy just received a review today.
Oh, really?
Joe Smith Stringer
wrote
a really nice review for
that
Purdy.
guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've met him a couple times. I don't know much about him.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him to be on the show, and he said no.
Oh, wow.
Because he said he wasn't ready yet. And I went, okay, well.
He's great. He's really nice, really friendly. I think what he's doing is important, having people just writing about the scene and taking photos of it who aren't also in a band or anything. It does a lot. It really helps.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have the thing we're missing these days that we used to have is the alibi. Mm-hmm. Good or bad. I mean, even though you would read a review in the alibi and you're like, they didn't even get the people's fucking names right. They didn't even get the right people. Like I remember they wrote a history about the Porter Draw one time, and it just fucked it all up. And I brought it up on Facebook, and the dude who wrote it got fucking mad. And I'm like, good.
Yeah, man.
Fucking get
How hard is it to get a local band's history, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. So I'm pretty sure the guy still hates me. Whatever, and I don't care.
Well, I mean, at least, and you have like photos for reference. At least they got all the names wrong, but that's the band.
Yeah.
Right.
He was like talking about Dandy's early band, Mr. Robot.
Lousy Robot.
Lousy Robot. There you go. I got it. See, I get it wrong too. But and he literally like mishmashed the two together, and I'm like, that's two different. You're fucking all right. So it's good to at least have people who give a shit. So that's nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying the whole alibi was like that, but there were some times. But
It was valuable. I mean,
it was definitely valuable.
I looked at the alibi for shows when
Absolutely.
I was a kid, and it was a special moment to see my band in there. So,
Well, and like as time goes on, the scene changes. And so I'll even hit Barney up and I'm like, hey man, who do I need to go see? And I don't think anyone should do that, but here's what Barney's phone number is. No, I'm just kidding. But and he'll tell me, he'll be like, here's who you should check out. And he'll, and that's how shit goes, I guess. And because you don't have the alibi anymore. We have social media, but social media is too all over the place for everybody to know what's going on.
Yep.
So how do you get out there that, get everything, get people all in a row so they know, about you? I don't know. It's tough.
It's very tough. Instagram is great in certain instances, but for like promoting shows, I feel like it's very difficult because your flyer or whatever just gets lost in like a million, and we all have the like 3-second attention spans for everything.
Yeah.
So
You have to do it quick. Yeah.
getting someone to look at your flyer, to read it, to like track what day it is and plan to go to that, like,
Right.
forget it. Like,
Right. Well, and even still, like if you see it and you're like, cool, if you don't screenshot it or something, and then you're like, shit, when was that? And you have to go look it up. You're like, oh, Carlos says you go on Tinder. Oh, huh? We are talking about bringing Barney back on right before the summertime to do a summer preview of bands you should see.
I like this idea.
nice.
Sounds like less work for me.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Bernie, go ahead and plan out my summer for me. I just want to have this on my my calendar already.
It sounds like a good time for me to like anger people, like I did for the Night of Living cover bands announcement. I got so much like backlash from that, and it was really weird. It was like I got backlash for saying things about people that they didn't like. I got backlash for not saying things about people. Like it was like, what the fuck? It's like 60 something,
100
like
bands.
100 and something, 132 bands. I
Right.
can't talk about all, and I don't know all of the bands. I just don't. So I guess we'll do it again.
Barney's a great
Yeah, let's
resource.
do it again.
Yeah, I can handle it. So Friday night, Dimer, Red Light Cameras.
Yep. Dimer, Red Light, and us, and a touring band called Dusty Rug.
Yeah.
And if you haven't heard Dimer yet, please check them out. They have really good albums on Spotify.
Oh. They're local.
They're local, but I think they're one of my favorite local bands right now.
Really?
Really good. Johnny, the singer and bass player, phenomenal voice. And
Dude just says Happy New Year for no reason whatsoever.
thanks to.
The randomness.
And Red Light, of course, is one of the best bands in town too. So
Yeah. They had that resurgence. They kind of fell off a little bit, and then they, Joey left, and they retooled and just kind of come on like gangbusters.
their new lineup is great. I like
Yeah,
all the members are really good.
Yeah. And it's funny because like someone's like, oh, they're pretty poppy, and I'm like, not with the new lineup.
It's different. Yeah,
It's a little more rock and roll, as the kids say.
they're branching out a little bit. For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, Cody's angering the dog.
Sorry.
Brody. So yeah, that's cool, man. I've got some stuff to tease for the second hour when we get there. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm in an Instagram feed right now where I'm going back and forth with a lot of people, and some of them are trying to, I'm kind of holding my ground. So I'm kind of interested in how you guys feel about this topic when we get there.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I am in the minority here, or if it's just I just don't like it when people who don't live downtown or spend most of their time downtown have a fucking opinion on how it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just how I am. And that's where I do miss, like, and I also don't like these Instagram posts where they act like they're like cool and like on the level, and it's really a business, like hiding behind it. Just saying, don't like it.
I haven't seen too much of that yet.
It's there.
Yeah.
You probably have.
Yeah. You're probably right. Yeah.
And racist white people. Correct, Stu. I don't know. So I'm going to tease that for the second hour. We're going to get into that. I'm going to get you guys shot.
Okay.
It's cool, right? You'll like. I'm just kidding. No. So when on Friday, where are they going to be able to find this album?
So it's $10 admission, but if you pay $20, you can get the album with your entrance fee.
Well, I mean, you're going to get the vinyl?
The vinyl.
For $20 you get in and you get a vinyl.
Yeah, which it's not going to be cheaper than that night. So if you want to get a copy, that's the best.
Really?
That's the best time to get it. And it's a limited run, right? So we only have about 100 records. So not saying they're going to sell out, but
But they're going to sell it.
we're basically selling them for $10 that night.
That's
So-
nuts, man.
and
Is that all you guys are going to do? Is 100?
Well, if it sells out and it's popular,
Dang,
maybe
man.
we'll do another run, but I don't know.
One of these days, I'll be like showing some girl. I'll be like 73. I'll be like, oh, wait, watch, look at this. I have an original Youngsville record.
Right.
And she'll be like,
First pressing.
first pressing, one of the original 100.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you can also listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music or any of the streaming platforms. And we also have compact discs.
Which one do you prefer? Which one hands out the most money?
Um,
That's the one we want people to go to. Is it YouTube?
I have no idea,
Oh.
to be honest. Carlos
ask
would know. Carlos will pop up and say, it's definitely not Spotify. That's for damn sure.
Carlos is the one that takes all the money. I see.
He handles it all.
He buys hair products. All the money. He chose not to be here. I'm just saying. He chose not to be here.
No, he wanted to give us an opportunity.
I know.
To highlight us.
I know. I'm just we gotta fuck with him.
These are the same jokes that he used to use on me. What's that? Smiles couldn't afford anything. Too much. Spend it all on your hair products there.
Hair products. He's the one who chose not to be here. I'm just kidding. No, I was shocked though when he said he wasn't coming.
I will say we have 2 singles from this album out already. So if you want to get a preview of the album, there's 2 songs on there, and we have music videos for both of them as well. So check out the music videos. The
How do
last
you
one's really good.
how do you come up with the music video? Who does that?
Oh man, just different approaches every time. We've done we brought on a director this time.
Bandcamp gives you the most.
Yep, that makes
And
sense.
for anybody listening, if you message on Instagram, I don't see it because it doesn't come through until I click over to Instagram.
For each video though, we've taken different directions. Sometimes it's me and Carlos just spitballing ideas. Cody kind of came up with the idea for the first
Racing to Nowhere.
Racing to Nowhere video.
Cody's all lit up on mushrooms. He's all, it'd be cool.
Driving around high.
And
What?
Then, the last video we brought on Monica.
Yeah.
We all talked as a band together about kind of what the idea was, but she really took it and honed it into an impactful idea and really brought a message to the video. I think it's
wow.
it's artful, which is really not what our other videos are like. So I'm
Yeah.
really proud of it. I'm happy. So
So that's cool.
yeah,
It's really funny too, because like you never know who's watching that stuff,
right.
and they'll bring up. So I didn't realize. Oh, another thing we got to talk about in the second hour. Let's talk about the documentary. That's
Yes.
all I'll say. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Okay. So I forget. Like I go out into public and I forget about things, and I take a bunch of like when they had Comic-Con one year, and I took a bunch of the like celebrity guests downtown, and we went to the Red Light Camera Show. And they fucking were blown away, and I were like, "This is amazing! I can't believe you took us to this." So then one of the like a couple weeks later, one of them was like, messaged me, and he's like, "Dude, you're in this band's music video," and I was like, "What?" And I was in the Red Light Camera music video. I don't even remember doing that. No idea. So Smiley needs to be in your music video. He says.
Okay.
He's a trained actor, right?
Not trained. Not trained. It's funny you should put it that way. No training whatsoever.
Professional. You get paid to
Yeah,
act.
there you
I
go.
do. I get paid that.
Yeah, so hell yeah. We're thinking about another video, so
Nice.
I'm gonna keep you in mind.
Okay. Let me know.
Random
All right.
Smiley in the video.
Not random. If he's gonna be in it, he's gonna be featured.
man.
Like
Okay.
close-ups.
Cool. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Shirtless.
Shirtless
Well,
Smiley.
I am in my underwear in the Racing to Nowhere video.
How did you feel about that?
I was, Cody came up with the idea, so you'll have to ask him why. But
He
I was
wanted
fine
he
with
wanted
it.
to embarrass you.
No, it was kind of like supposed to be part of the storyline. So
Okay.
It ties into the storyline very conveniently. but
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was fine. My neighbors were perplexed because there's a scene where I run out of my house and jump into the car,
Did you,
and my
did you
neighbor.
get backlash because of that?
Not really, but I could tell they were like, "Oh God."
So, hey Ryan, how's it going, man? Like mowing the lawn. You're
Yeah.
like, good.
Not only that,
Oh.
chased down the street with an axe.
Oh, quick question. Did I see you naked the other day?
Is that a normal thing? Is that going to be every Tuesday?
Yeah.
Is that like a?
I have kids, right?
It was tasteful.
How
It-
did
you know,
Kathy feel about it?
I think they liked it.
Okay.
Hopefully not.
Kathy
embarrassed.
seems like a very supportive mom.
They're the most supportive people.
They're
ever.
super like nice.
Yeah.
I had such a good time talking to your mom and dad. I really enjoy them.
Very supportive.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
And we talk about it's funny because you'll be on stage and we're just talking about you the whole time. Not really listening, just talking about you.
But having people at the show, that's all that matters.
No, it's fine. No, we were listening, but no, I was asking her all kinds of questions. And did you have like a drum set in the kitchen or something at one point?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they were very tolerant of me. My first band that I was in had 2 drummers too.
Wow.
They were tolerant of us practicing with 2 drummers in a tiny room.
Oh my God.
Yeah, very loud, very very loud.
When you make $1 million, you buy them a house.
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely.
I'm asking. You said it on the show.
And my band will still practice there.
Maybe I'll
Oh, that'd be fucked up. You buy
few
your parents.
drums. Few drums.
Mom and Dad, I bought you this house, and I'll also live there. I'm not moving out. Sorry.
I didn't get $2 million. I only have 1 million. So
Yeah.
Let's be fair. I mean, you saw that show Viva La Bam. He's like, I'm gonna buy you a house. I'm still gonna live here though.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna turn my bedroom into a skate ramp. And
Kick Phil in the face while he sleeps.
yeah, but of course it's your house too.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff was funny when we were kids, but like when you're older and you need to sleep and you see him beating at Phil's ass while he's trying to sleep, you're like, that's fucked up, man. Poor Phil.
Yep.
Poor Phil. Yeah? All right. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back. We're going to get into all this heavy stuff that I'm weighing on my soul. It's not, but yeah. I want to say that stuff like that. It just makes me angry. I just get so mad. And I don't want to sit. I hate the Facebook back and forth, because people get that fucking keyboard cowboy shit. And it's like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the album will be out Friday. You guys come to the Launchpad and pay $20. The first 100 people
Yep.
will get a vinyl record like I got. Maybe they'll sign it for you on the back.
Possibly.
You think he works on that signature? I guarantee
It's the nicest one.
He practiced the shit out of that signature. Look at that.
It sounds like you guys don't practice your signature.
I'm out of
So
practice.
that's all I heard
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah, I'm very out of practice.
Yeah.
I practice my cursive once a week.
People just take selfies. I'm not signing anything. Nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
You have a stamp. You're all. You guys might meet your kid. Nah.
I do want to get a tattoo of a square on my hand that says stamp here. So whenever I go to shows, they stamp in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, whoa. Don't get it outside the lines.
whoa.
There are only 99 now. Oh, so the first 99 people will get in.
That's true. You have the first one. So
$20. First 99 people at the door get a vinyl record. What's the inside look like? Is it nice?
yeah, it's got a little picture on the little centerpiece and stuff.
What color is the record?
It's black. It's black. But, yeah. I know.
Now does that $20 get me a CD too? No. Do I get my choice?
I don't know if we've discussed that. Probably. I'm sure. Yeah, we would gladly give you a CD for that price.
Because
yeah.
I have a CD player and not a record player.
Does the
I think we can accommodate that.
does the record and or CD come with a digital download? I don't think that's a thing anymore.
They used to be, right, but I never used
Yeah.
those. Like,
I did, and then I thought about it. I was like, well, you don't need it anymore. You just go on Spotify, and there it is.
yeah,
So.
I would give it to my friends, right? Like, I have the record.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Do you want the digital version?
It's 180 gram vinyl.
yeah.
Oh
It's
shit!
high quality. It sounds
You
great.
Throw it and cut a man's head off.
Yeah. It sounds
Nice.
really good. Like, we all listened to it several
Okay.
times. It sounds great.
Who has the best record player?
Carlos would argue and say that he does.
Oh,
Mine's not set up right now. I had to go to my friend's house, who has a very good record.
oh, I believe it.
And it
Yeah.
was good.
I have a decent one.
So
This is my newest album. The last one was the 20th anniversary of what's the second Shins record?
inverted.
No,
what was
that's
that
the
one?
original. That's the first one. I have that one. I have the 20-year anniversary of that one too.
Shoots to narrow. That
Shoots to narrow. Marty got me one from Sub Pop.
Nice.
Aw.
It's yellow.
Yeah,
Just saying.
we'll branch out to some colors on the
Just
second
kidding.
round. Maybe.
Isn't it cheaper to do the colors?
No, I don't think so.
So I think I think you're right. It's not, but it's cheaper to do. They'll have like an option where it's like whatever color we have left. And someone did that, and they mishmashed the colors, and it was like a light purple and a dark purple, and that shit was awesome looking.
I think we couldn't get 180 gram
Splatter. Yeah, there you go.
for that price point. It would be a lot more to get it colored and 180 grams. So we chose to do the higher quality. So.
I applaud your effort on that. That's 180 gram vinyls. Beauty. That's great. So the first 99 people that pay $20.
Yep.
Sick. That's a good idea, man. Go to the Launchpad, Dimer, Red Light Cameras, and then what was the one? Dusty
Rogue.
Dusty Rug. Dusty Rhodes will be there? That guy's dead. He'll be there? Okay. Well, we're going to take a break. Do you have anything to promote?
No, nothing right now.
The 24th of February, we will be Duke City Championship Wrestling will be in Clovis, New Mexico. If you are in the Clovis area or, West Texas, come on out. It's Border Wars. We're going to be New Mexico versus Texas.
Ooh.
Boo, Texas. Boo. But then the 29th, we'll be back at El Rey for a normal show. Duke City Championship Wrestling. Get your tickets, dccwlive.com, I think. Something like that. But Bite, have you guys been to wrestling yet?
Not yet.
You guys don't support your friends? Is what's going on? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Wrestling's not for everybody.
I would like to. I heard it's fake, though.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Just joking.
We don't use the F word on this show.
No.
Very-
I would love to go.
Fucker.
Very important also. You have to know when and when not to boo.
Yeah, don't boo Chris. That's when not. Son of a bitch.
Everyone else was doing it. I thought it was part of the show.
No. Asshole.
I watched wrestling with my dad growing up, so
Nice.
maybe I'll take him.
You should take him.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't booing the U.S. flag, so
Son of a bitch.
I figured the flag was in the right.
All right, Toby Keith. Whatever. It's mine as all. We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with that. We are 10 drink minimum.
When the curly-haired fella came back from the moon, he rode on a ram with a few burned spoons. He brought back a friend with a dirty hair, who had a pocket full of pins and was willing to share. And then, what happens when, again, when does it end? What are you gonna do? Feel the truth. With supplies unpacked and their kitchen set up, they both started prepping for the grand potluck. They cooked through the night and into the noon, all the while sampling their bathtub brew. And then, what happens when, again, when does it end? What are you gonna do? truth. What are you gonna do?
That stereo cranked up. They both continued on, arguing amongst themselves, while the boy stood by and watched. Dirty taught him how to cook, and Curly how to load. It was all cut short when that ether overflowed.
What are you gonna do? Tell the truth. What are you gonna do? Tell the truth. I know my way. Breathe the perfume of love, valley, cinnamon, roof climbing all the rest. Canopies of cotton branches, I look down at my feet. Every step brings back a memory. Will this place remember me? Was I at the bottom of the story? I hear the tales they go. True was like stone. Serious magic here I'm told. Ancestors carved into stone. So much to keep on. I say stop again. The house I grew up in is empty. All the lights are off. The doors have been locked. The yard where I live is full of ice. Cut down the trees, laid out. Lost my way back home. It's not where it used to be. Don't know where to go. Guess it's time I should. I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh man, it's the Billy / Wavy Hour. I'm your host, Chris Burnett. This show is sponsored by the one and only Topo Chico Seltzer. I was having people go, they have an alcohol version? I'm like, yeah, and it's good.
It's great.
I love it. You like it?
I'm drinking the exotic pineapple. And
Oh
I
man,
think it's really good.
he's all whacked out on it. Smiley's here,
I'm here as well, drinking lovely Topo Chico.
and Cody Wilson is also here from the Youngsville. He's partaking in the dry February. But it seems to be a new popular thing now. I had a birthday party, and I was like, I'm doing dry February because it's the shortest month.
Okay, I was going to say, why is it February?
Motherfucker, because they don't like Black History Month. Bunch of racist pigs.
No, don't put that out there.
Just
No,
kidding.
not at all.
So, okay. So, did you see that the city downtown put the barriers back up to shut down the street?
No.
I see that you just shook your head. You don't like it.
No, I'm okay with some of that. I don't know. It's just downtown is not what it used to be. It used to be a lot more friendly for people and stuff. And I don't know.
So you don't think they should shut downtown down on Friday and Saturday nights?
I do think they should do that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and I are about to get in a fight.
You guys
No,
say,
no.
wrong answer, buddy.
No,
Wrong answer.
I just feel like it's been different. I don't know if it's some other reason, but
So
yeah.
I keep seeing these fucking people post on Instagram about, and I get it. I get if they're a business downtown, I get it. But here's my problem with it. Here they keep saying like we shouldn't be shutting downtown off to the drive-through traffic. So instead there's just foot traffic and people from buses. This is a comment I saw, and people that get on buses usually aren't very good people. And I was like, what the fuck? Let me tell you something, man.
Very nice.
Friday and Saturday night, the fucking barriers don't go up till about 9 o'clock, and it shuts it down. Most of these businesses that are fucking saying shit aren't even open anymore, you know?
Yep.
And I feel like I'm a broken record on this. I live down here. Smiley is down here all the
I'm down
time.
here all the
You're
time.
down here all the time. I don't know if you go out that. Do you go out that much?
Not lately. Not since
Okay.
Glenn.
But when I go downtown on a Friday and Saturday night, the last thing I want is a cruising bunch of cars driving through downtown. And someone posted, they're like, well, why do they put the barriers? Why do they keep doing this? Safety ? And I fucking literally wrote, because when they didn't have it, people would get shot in drive-bys, and you would be in a bar and bullets would come through the fucking window. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired of fucking being the only one who says the truth. And then you get this dumb bullshit where they're like, well, we should fix the problem so we don't have that problem. Man, if out that's what we should do.
You're gonna fix drive-by shooting.
We should fix
So
the,
we can open up downtown.
we should fix the criminal. We should fix the crime problem in Albuquerque, guys.
Right.
Man, fuck! I wish we'd have thought of that before. And then I had this dumb motherfucker who was like, I shouldn't say that. This misinformed motherfucker who said, "Well, there is a substation downtown now for the police, so that should help." To which I responded, "A man was on the roof of my house, and I was on the phone with the police, and the guy was trying to break in and could have tried to kill me. I don't know. And the police didn't show up for an hour and 45 minutes, and I live blocks from said substation.
He could have walked over and knocked on the door.
Hey, there's a dude trying to kill me." And
Right down
an
the
hour
street.
and 45 minutes. To which some other awesome individual goes, "An hour and 45 minutes, Mr. Fancy Pants. We called the police and they never showed up." To which I was like, well, I'm not stupid. I made the dispatcher stay on the phone until the cops showed up, because if I got off the phone, they would have never showed up. So for all you fuckfaces that are like, well, the cops will solve all your problems, they will not. They won't even show up. And then when they do show up, you'll point at the guy and go, "That's the dude who killed my brother." And they'll go, I don't know.
That's what you say.
He's going to say he didn't do it. The guy was on the roof, and they wanted me to go outside to see if he had a weapon. Does that make sense to you?
Does he have a gun? Is he pointing it at you?
Then the next day, I'm like, went and bought more cameras, because the reason why we couldn't catch the guy is because I didn't have film footage of him. Found his wallet on my roof with his driver's license, credit card, and WIC card.
Wow.
Called the police. Took them another 6 hours to come over. Then they took the wallet and they said, "Well, not much we can do." I'm like, "You have his fucking wallet that's on my roof. He's just gonna say someone stole it and threw it up there." Oh man, the detective work.
No, at that point, I've been like, well,
That's
this is
why
my
when I
wallet.
watch Law and Order and all that shit, I'm like, nope. None of this is real.
I've been like, finders keepers. This is my wallet then.
I should have. You know what I
found
should
it
have
on
done?
my roof.
You know what I really should have done? I should have just taken the wallet, walked down to the bus stop, sat it on the trash can, and walked away. Or walked up to some guy and said, "Hey, Merry Christmas.
Here you go.
Have fun." You know?
No, exactly. That would have worked better.
You're Juan Jimenez now. You know? Here's your new identity. Have fun. Just ridiculous. So am I wrong in being upset that all these people, who most of them don't live down here, want to just open up downtown on Friday and Saturday nights and just let people drive through?
If the okay, a lot of people have this idea that Albuquerque's unsafe, right? That there's a lot of crime and blah blah blah, and then at the same breath we want to take away safety things.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense to me. We should be aiming
Yes.
to make downtown as safe as possible.
Let me ask you two guys. Do you know someone who's been shot? He said yes. Ryan, you know someone who's been shot?
I don't think so.
You don't? Okay.
mean,
I do.
Yeah.
And you know what? When he got shot, someone pulled up in their car and shot him downtown. They weren't on foot. And someone goes, "What's the difference?" I said, "Well, one of them, they're in a car that they could drive away in. The other one, they're on foot, which they could run away on. One of them is faster." I can't even believe that's a fucking argument.
I don't think the problem is there's not enough
Bear-
parking or whatever.
No, right.
They can't park. There's not enough parking downtown anyways. Where are you gonna
Yeah.
park? Where are you gonna park? So it doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
There's bigger issues at play here. If we want to get
Yeah.
more people downtown to patronize these
Right.
these establishments, there's other things we need to be talking about.
But I just love that. We should fix the root problem, is what I got told. And I was like, in the world? Because that's always the case. We should always try to fix the root problem. Now, in reality, where we all live, it doesn't seem to be a thing that's happening. You know what I mean? Like, fucking Kevin Nash, the wrestler, was here a month ago for Comic-Con. On his podcast, talks about Albuquerque. 7 foot tall Kevin Nash would not leave his hotel. He's from Detroit, by the way. He's like, oh man, he's all these. He tried to get food. And he's like, all these places are closed at like 8 o'clock because the crime is so bad in Albuquerque. You can't get food. And he's like, and they're like, why don't you walk somewhere and get food? And he's like, I'm not going to get, killed. You know?
That's insane.
So you're telling me if somebody from the outside, from Detroit, which Detroit to me is a tough place, right? I've seen RoboCop. You're telling me that we should take down these safety barriers so that you could sell more sandwiches or whatever the fuck you're selling. Come on,
or what,
man.
just who even drives on Central anyway?
People who want to shoot.
I guess, yeah. I mean, even when I did drive a lot, that was the one street you knew not to drive
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
If I'm in a hurry, I should avoid Central at all costs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people cruise down there, and it's just back
It's a
to back.
it's a cruising culture, which is awesome. I'm glad we have such a thing.
Right.
But I mean, you get people who fucking yell from the car, and then someone yells back, and then a gun's pulled out and someone's shot. That's a fucking fact of life. Am I wrong on that? That's pretty. It's as simple as that.
It's a Wild West out here.
We should fix the root problem. Well, how are you going to do that? We need more police. Okay, so they can not show up and not do anything?
The police presence down there hasn't really helped. I don't
No,
think. I mean,
not
think
a bit.
it's made
I mean,
things-
And
I do miss the horses, but
I don't really think, honestly, when I go downtown, to be fair, 6'2", 225 pounds. I'm not, getting bothered, but like, I don't really see the problem. I think everything is fine as it is. I mean, I get that they want. Here's the truth. I guess I'm just gonna have to tell it. The city wants to clean up downtown, and they want to make a bunch of money on it, and that's why they're trying to shut down Knockouts. I don't know if you know that.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah. So here's what
How
they.
can you take away the only strip club from a downtown area?
Here's what they said.
Wouldn't even
Well, there
be
was
downtown
there was a guy that got shot. An underage kid got in and he shot someone and killed him. And they're like, well, we got to shut it down. What they don't tell you is that they were trying to shut it down before that. They sent the health department in, and the health department was unable to shut them down. They sent the fire department in, and the fire department was unable to shut them down. And then Knockouts fucked up, let a kid in, and he shot somebody. So then the city went, oh, there we go. And it's like, so if I was Knockouts, I would hire a lawyer, and I'd be like, well, this did happen, but they've been systematically harassing us this whole time. And I'm not saying I enjoy what Knockouts does, or, well, I mean, but I mean, I'm not saying Knockouts a great establishment, but the fact that it's downtown, it hurts when investors come in and you want them to invest in your downtown, and there's a fucking, strip club right there that's, seedy. It says discreet rear entrance on the front,
I
So
thought that was funny.
it's all about that. It's the money. It's not safety. They don't give a fuck about your safety or my safety or his safety. They could give a fuck. It's about how it looks, and they want families down there. They had that. It was like Halloween time. They had some Halloween carnival downtown, and I never seen this the entire time I've ever lived in Albuquerque.
Oh yeah,
They put a fence up,
That was weird.
and the fence ran in front of Launchpad and then stopped at the Holocaust Museum and like cut it off. So that like if you were going to Launchpad, you could go into Launchpad, but you couldn't get into the
Central.
yeah,
The little
and,
fair
and,
area.
and like the whole central middle area. And I look in there, this is like 10 o'clock at night, and it's like families walking their kids around. And I'm like, what is going on here? And then there was like only 2 entrances. I'm like, okay, so you took a wide open space, bottlenecked it, and put 2 entrances in. I feel like in this day and age, that was a stupid idea.
Absolutely.
Some crazy wacko, starts blasting, I don't know. But they want families downtown. They don't want us. They don't want us. They don't want our ilk down there. They don't want punk rock. They don't want rock and roll. They don't want.
Oh yeah, it did.
you know.
It did very much seem like we were caged in on the
Yeah.
Launchpad patio there. I'm like, this is really weird because it went like all the way around us.
Yeah.
You had to go to the end of the block to enter the.
That's what this all
Launchpad.
is. Let's fix the root problem. Oh, instead of the barriers, let's build a fence on the inside. Fence everyone in. Seems like a good idea.
Isn't the music scene and all that is the only thing that's been keeping downtown alive
Yeah.
for this time
Yeah.
period? Like,
And I mean, if you want to fix the root problem, go after all these like families that have held onto these buildings and refuse to like lower the rent or anything ever. Like I'm for that. Like that's the one thing the city tries to do that I'm all for. You know, these dilapidated shitholes that have just gone to shit. You know, like that the Gizmo building or whatever it is. Yeah, they're trying to go after that guy. They're trying to do a nuisance abatement thing, I think. And I get that. Like, that's the only thing I understand. But like, you have all these. So Peterson Properties is actually suing the city because they don't do anything about safety and crime. So if you want to know like where the root problem is, it's the city.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit. They could give a shit about us.
We're starving for places to play in
Yeah.
Albuquerque as a musician. There's just a handful of places that are really welcoming to bands. too.
Moonlight Lounge, Launchpad, Echoes,
Yep.
Juno.
That's it, man.
That's it.
I mean, there's a couple other. I know, like Red Door does some
Red Door
music,
some, yeah.
but nothing that's really geared specifically toward
Inside Out in the
music.
summer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to be fair, like Inside Out, and
Inside Out kind of turned into a club during this last year.
they'll book DJs over bands,
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, they
And,
fill it up.
yeah,
I
And
mean,
that's fine. That's fine. They should have a place like that.
Yeah.
But as a rock musician, rock band stuff,
What's that place?
we're dying for it.
What's that place that used to be over there on Gold, and it was kind of a club, Lotus or whatever it was called?
Yeah, Lotus.
Oh.
Now,
the
now,
dance club.
Now it's a dispensary.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Of course it is.
of course it is.
A brewery / dispensary.
Fly Honey Warehouse closed down.
Yep. Yep.
The
So
Chocolate just closed down.
no, it did not.
It's reopened now as a new name, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is back.
yeah.
New owners.
But
And that's gonna be cool.
places that have a stage and have good sound equipment,
Yeah,
we're
few and far
we're
between.
dying for it. Yeah, we need it. We need that.
Sister Bar, we forgot about that one.
Sister Bar, they're a little hard to get into as a local
Yeah.
band.
We didn't forget about that.
Yeah, you're right.
I've played at Sister Bar too. It's fine, but
Yeah.
it's hard
How's
to
that
get.
stage? Is it good?
The stage is fine.
I mean, the sound and everything. Yeah.
I think Launchpad has the best potential sound. for
Really?
sure. Yeah.
Launchpad is just, it's really weird because we've had a couple of like different places that were kind of the heart of downtown. And I feel like Launchpad is just that now. It's like the last remnant of the, Burt's is gone, Blackbird is gone.
Yep. Launchpad is all geared towards music.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sister Bar has a lot of other stuff going on
True,
in there, right?
yeah.
It's not a priority for them. And I've seen great shows there
Mm-hmm.
too, so don't get me wrong. But Launchpad is solely dedicated to music, and
Yeah.
they help a lot of local bands.
I mean,
too.
we have literally 100 and something bands in this area that can play. Oh, you guys don't play the effing bar?
the effing bar, we've played there before. We have.
How was it?
Not great. We got a lot of heckling there, to be honest. Yeah.
What?
Wow.
We had some guy, and this is when we were playing covers. He came up and said, "You need to play more minority music." Like, oh, well, okay. I mean,
What?
minority music. Yeah, he wanted to hear more black artists or something.
Oh.
I don't know, or Mexican music. I mean, that's fine.
Sure.
It's a fine critique, but yeah, I don't know. Back when we did the covers shows, like we would get a lot.
You're all
of,
weirdly, Carlos says no.
A lot of weird stuff.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. A lot of like, hey, can you cover, do you know OAR or do you know Styx Come Sail Away? Like, no, I did not learn the 8-minute Styx
All
Come
right.
Sail Away for you.
Here we go. PSA for people watching or listening. No band wants you to walk up and request a song. When they play a cover, it's because they've learned it and they have it.
Yeah, if we want that, we'll ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Some cover bands will say, hey, come talk to us about whatever. And sometimes that's fine.
They're
if they
called
ask for it.
they're called assholes. They ruin it for everyone else. Just kidding.
So we played in, God, I think this is in Amarillo, Texas.
Play Wagon Wheel.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This guy came up and he said, "I'm here with my date, and we want to hear Wagon Wheel." And Carlos was like, "I don't know fucking Wagon Wheel," but he's like, "I don't know. Let's just fucking make it up." So Carlos just goes up there. He learns the chords,
Yeah.
but he just made up all the lyrics for Wagon Wheel. Maybe
That
like
is
the first
fantastic.
lyrics or something he got.
Fuck it.
But yeah, and it was fine. The couple danced to it. They had a good time.
They were pretty X-rated lyrics, from what I understand, right?
Oh,
Probably he probably X'd it up.
Well, he used to do that thing where he would write a song about people in the crowd.
Yeah, that got
Right.
us into trouble a little bit.
I'm sure.
Because we would say, buy us a shot. We'll write you a song. We'll write a song for you. Lots of fun, but people want that service. So we had a lot of shots by the end of the night.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
So that
You just do one. You go one.
yeah.
Like a stripper that does that front flip and takes the dollar out of your mouth.
One
with
trick
their-
per night. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that it goes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Knockouts. I'm just kidding.
That was fun.
You know what? I'm going to put Knockouts up as one of our sponsors just because. Just to fucking be. I'm just that way. I can't help it, Smiley. I cannot help it.
I'm a big proponent of the city fucking with small business.
Yeah.
I've never liked it. I mean, our bar is better now that people don't smoke in them? Sure. But I fought that tooth and nail because I owned a bar at the time. I was like, fuck you can't tell me what I can do.
Right. So did you guys see that there was this documentary made about the Southwest music scene?
No.
Yeah. What is it called?
And I will say that there is another documentary that Chris Waltz.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's the one we're talking about, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see it. Were you there? Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch it?
I did. I was there.
I have it. I have a copy.
Oh, you
of it.
have a copy?
I do. Because I want. That's why we're going to talk about it. Let's see. What is it called? It's like Decline of the South.
Yes, Decline of the Southwestern something Part 1.
Yeah, which is like a take on Decline of the Western Civilization.
Right.
Let's see.
I think you almost had it down.
The Decline of Southwestern Civilization. This Part 1. From an Irish mother, Chris Walsh. Yeah, there it is. So I'm sitting there. This like ad comes up, or this post comes up, and I'm like, oh, cool. And this is going to be at that the guild. I'm all cool, and I'm like reading through the thing, and then I see my name, and I'm like, all of a sudden I do that thing where I like look up into my head, like I'm all, oh yeah. He interviewed me behind the Launchpad one night.
Yeah, like 2 years ago or something.
And then I'm like, fuck, what did I say? Did I say some fucked up shit? So I hit him up and I was like, hey, I missed that because we had our show that night. And he sent me a copy and I watched the parts I did and I was like, okay. But man, people got salty about that. Did you see that? Yeah.
People got salty about that? Why?
They got salty because like they saw the poster.
Uh-huh.
And they'd be like, you'd see comments like, well, I played music in this town for 14 years. I don't know why I wasn't a part of that.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
It's a limited scope. It's also Part 1, I should point out.
And
so.
that's what I answered to people. I was like, Part 1. And it's like, if you don't go out anymore, like you played for 14 years and you don't go out anymore, he's not going to go find you.
Well, and the movie is very highly specific towards DIY stuff, and it really focuses on that from past and present. So it's not going to have everyone in there. I play in 4 bands. I'm not in that documentary. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you were pissed?
No, I wasn't. I loved it.
Whoa, Ryan!
I'm just saying, like, it's not going to cover everyone.
I was just at the right place at the right time. Don't be mad at me.
No, but it's very hyper focused on a specific type of the part of the scene there, and I think like it's silly to get upset of something about that.
Yeah, but it is very Albuquerque though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why was I not? I bet we could probably look at these comments here. See, let's look through the comments. Where's
my band that played for 2 days?
Right.
Back in 1977.
Yeah, and it was like there was a bunch like. Someone reposted it. They're like, I'm not in this, but check this out. And I was like, oh my God.
There's a long history of music here. I mean, my uncle played in a lot of bands back in the day too.
He's not in it.
No, he's not.
He's probably salty as fuck.
But also, like, there's not a lot of documentation of this stuff. You know,
No.
We don't have videos of this. I mean, there's a little bit on YouTube. Chris used a lot of historical footage that he could find.
Yeah.
But there's not.
Was there a lot of people at that show?
Yeah, it was sold
good.
out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm famous, guys.
Yep.
I was in it twice. That's all I really wanted to talk about is how many times I'm in the documentary.
There was just a little bit of booing when you comment.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, man. It's everyone else was doing it.
You know what? I could see people now being upset about that because, yeah, and it was random. Like it was like we were in Launchpad. He's like, hey, can I interview you about the museum? I'm like, sure. And we got back, and I probably was 5 or 6 beers in.
It was fine. Your parts are great. I mean,
okay,
yeah, no problem with that.
No, I watched them because I was like, God, I hope I didn't fucking say some fucked up shit. I'll be like, a lot of new bands suck and da da. I didn't say it.
I mean, he
would-
interviewed a lot of young punk kids.
Yeah.
So they were saying a lot of crazy things. You were the tamest.
Oh,
probably, out
good.
of all of
Oh,
them.
good. I sounded like the elder statesman.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, and I mean, and again, I watched it and I was fine with it, and then yet I still don't remember what I said.
You're all, sounded good. Anyway,
Yeah, I need to watch the whole thing. Maybe we'll do a screening.
I thought it was really cool. It was really awesome. It was really fun to see
Yeah.
local bands.
And
on
it's
a
cool to see
screen.
people, doing stuff, to kind of document, you know, the scene.
Yeah.
You know.
I think maybe you said this in the documentary, but it's unique. We have like a unique scene
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that is what I said. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of talked about how, like, that's what I talked about. I was like, yeah, man. I was like, you go to these other cities, and I said we just don't realize how good we have it here. You go to other cities like San Diego or DC or whatever, and they just don't have a scene like we do. And you assume they do, but they try to go to these cities and find them. It's tough,
that's a lot harder.
It is. It's a lot harder. I mean, in one of the aspects of that is because we have a smaller city, like a small big city. Like you go to DC, there's like pockets of music,
Yeah.
or Dallas or
Suburbs or a little.
yeah.
That's why we tend to do well when you transplant to like Denver. You're all, where do you watch shows? Actually, it's all generally kind of this area. Oh, good,
Yeah.
just like where I'm from.
Yeah.
Let me walk over there.
Well, like when I was in San Diego, like I was like asking people, I was like, I was in an area of San Diego where there's 51 bars. And I was like, which one of the bars plays like live music? And they're like, what?
Gas lamp,
Is that what it is?
gas lamp district. But I don't.
Oh no, that's the place. Yeah. But
That's
I asked and I said,
couldn't find anywhere out there that played.
thank you. And everybody was like, House of Blues. And I'm like, that's not going to play local music. So finally, I went on Facebook and I did some sort of search. And it was South Park. And everybody's like, oh, like that cartoon. No, there's South Park and North Park in San Diego. So I get down in that area. I take a Uber. And I get down there. And as soon as I get down there, I just see murals everywhere. And I go, okay, here we are. And I see a lot of coffee shops and little bars. I'm like, all right. And I go to this place, and it's like about half the size of the Launchpad. And I go at like 7 o'clock, and I buy a ticket. And by 8 o'clock, it was sold out. And it was all indie rock. But then I'm like, it was like a Mexican hipster neighborhood. Because it was like indie rock, but then they had like 2 or 3 of the bands had like an accordion. Like, okay,
Interesting.
that's crazy because they're by like Tijuana, but like and then like half the bands, even if they were white, would sing in Spanish, and it was super cool. It was so cool. It was like I was like, all right, this is what I wanted to find, was like this weird like where I would hang, and like I'm sitting with this couple, and I end up talking to them. They drove like 45 minutes to get there.
Oh, wow.
To go to, like, you imagine someone drive like that to go to Launchpad? It's like, no, fuck no. And it's like,
Well, I mean, 45 minutes in San Diego is not the same as 45 minutes here.
no, it's true. Yeah.
They kind of come from inside that same city.
Well, they did, but yeah. But I mean, the fact you have to travel because it's like there's nothing, like on a Friday and Saturday, there's nothing. Like we just don't hear. It's like you'll go to a show and it's like these 3 amazing bands, and there's like actually that's not true anymore. You'd go and there'd be like 10 people. But I was talking about this last night. How often you go to Launchpad now and it's not pretty full of people? Not packed, but pretty full. Like back in the day, you'd go and sometimes it'd be like 10 people, maybe.
Right.
You don't see that as much, And I don't know if that's just because people are just kind of starved from, entertainment. I don't know.
I think it just comes down to we've been locked up for 3 years.
Yeah.
Staying at home in our pajamas. And so they
Right.
open the doors. It's like, hey, let's get back out there.
Fuck yeah. And I mean,
eager
good
for it.
Take care of your small venues.
The bathrooms are considerably less wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be honestly like a big deal for me. Like, you don't go split splash every time you go to the bathroom,
Oh well, it's still wet.
but not the same way.
Someone ripped in Launchpad news. Someone ripped the sink off the wall.
Oh, so probably a lot wetter now.
So
That's a shame.
Vince fixed it because like they sent. I saw a photo and I was like, "Where are you guys at?" And then, she's all Launchpad. Someone ripped the sink off the wall. I was like, "Sounds right. That's normal." Right? When I was in DC, the first time I went to DC, like I looked, or I went everywhere. People were like, my coworkers were like, "This is a place you're gonna like," and everywhere we went, I was like, "It's fine." And so then I talk shit about it on this podcast. This dude, I can't remember his name, from DC, listens to the podcast, Skater Kid, hits me up on Instagram, and he's like, hey, man, I listened to your show, and he's like, you went to all the wrong places. And I was like, well, I went to where they told me. And he goes, here's a list of places that I think you would like. So the next time I went back like 6 or 7 months later for work. I hit like 3 of those places, and they were the jam.
Oh, nice.
The best one was this place called the Pie Shop. Downstairs, it's a pie shop, like apple pie, but they also have like shepherd's pie or like savory pies and all that shit. Upstairs, Launchpad.
Oh, wow.
Flat out Launchpad. Place was dope as shit. I saw this band there called the Slaps. They've been here since. And I'm sitting at the bar. I'm probably the oldest dude in the venue. And I'm sitting at the bar, and these guys come up, and they're like, we're going to do a shot of Malort. Do you guys sell Malort here? And the bartender goes, yeah. And I lean in, and I'm like, you guys like Malort? And they're like, yeah. And I show them my Malort tattoo. And they're like, are you from Chicago? I'm like, no. I just love it. And they're like, we're from Chicago. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And the bartender's like, all right. And I was like, if you guys pour a shot for me, I'll buy all these shots. So I bought the band all shots. We all do it. And it was the band. Like they get done taking the shot, and they go up. All right, man, you guys ready for a show? Sorry, I just did a shot of Malort. And I was like, well, that was cool. I didn't even know that was the band. I was like, fuck yeah.
Nice.
But it's weird because I feel like that was kind of like Albuquerque, where people are like, I don't know where to go to, and it's one of those things where if you don't know where to go, it can be hard. But once you get in that pipeline, you're inundated. You know everything.
That just sounds so great. Go see like a live band and leave with a savory pie. I'm like,
That is right.
wow.
Like, you're like,
like
I
a
don't
dream.
know. I'll have a meat pie. Yeah.
Right?
Yum. Like,
Who's playing tonight? I'll take that.
I'm drunk as fuck. I'll eat an apple pie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go back to the negative shit about downtown again.
All right.
The other thing I feel like the city is fucked up, and they did this, is they killed our food trucks.
Oh yeah.
You can't have food trucks on Central anymore.
What?
At all.
I missed that
Nope.
so much.
Well, see, they built them. They built them a little courtyard over there on 4th and Cole by
Yes.
that tattoo shop.
A good place to go get mugged.
They built them a whole little area because they want them to all park over there. So here's what happened: some fuckface was like, "This will be a great idea," and they built it, and then it's never being used. And they're like, "That wasn't a great idea." And so then they're like, "Well, let's just ban them all from Central and tell them they got to be over there." Okay, so if you want to go get a food truck, you have to walk 4 blocks through the dark. And
Bad
there's
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Really not something you would do on your own.
No.
No sane person would walk
And so
that
now
by
now
themselves.
they're all on the side streets.
That's why.
You know?
That's terrible.
Yep. City has stopped them.
Oh yeah.
The city's our friend. No, they're not.
Do we care about drunk driving, right? Like, we want people to eat and they
Yeah,
drink,
right?
Like, it should be easy access to
Easy
these things.
access to food.
Carlos says in New Orleans there was a venue that sold pizza and has a laundromat with a 24-hour bar. See, the thing about New Orleans, I would die if I lived there. That's it. You guys ever been?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God.
no.
So they had it's been a long time since I've been there, but it's probably still this. So they had the Hustler Club, right? They have naked ladies. Only topless, though. I was kind of shocked the Hustler Club was only topless, right? But it was, and I'm sure it's a little more expensive now. You paid like $5 to get in. And as long as you kept your receipt, because they gave you a receipt at the door, you could go in and out. And their special was $2 for any drink that we make at the bar
Oh, wow.
that you could take with you out of the bar.
Oh yeah, that's New Orleans.
Uh-huh. So my girlfriend at the time was underage, so I was going in to get her drinks and then come back out. But, every time I go in, I'd stayed in a little longer than the last time. I mean, there's naked ladies in there. But, yeah, I would die there. Pretty much.
Too much possibility of drinking and
Nah.
Too much excess.
Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't now. I'd probably be fine.
You're all, well, they have pizza and a laundromat here. Why would I even go home?
Right? Yeah, like that's a good idea. Because like the worst thing is like have to sit in the laundromat with your laundry. And then you're like, well, if I leave, someone's going to steal my clothes. Then I'll have to murder them when I see them wearing the clothes.
I'd watch a band and do some laundry. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
You imagine like you see some dude, he's wearing like my 10 drink minimum shirt that only like 3 were made. I'd have to murder I'd have to kill his whole family. Like I can't stop at the one person. Like this is,
It's a domino effect.
yeah.
Well,
It's
get me started.
It's an Escobar situation. No. I don't know. They're looking at me like I'm crazy, everybody who's listening.
We played in San Diego one time, and Carlos can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we got our merch stolen that night.
Really?
Yeah, which is insane to steal a local local band.
How did they steal your merch?
They just picked our box up and walked out with it.
Wow.
And they didn't even get the money, like it was just our shirts and like a couple of CDs.
They actually left $100. No.
I wish. No.
I mean, did you ever see anyone? Well, I guess you weren't there long enough.
No, we never saw that
So
again.
there's just like some random people in San Diego wearing Youngsville shirts.
They probably trashed it, right? It's just a dumpster, like immediate. When they realized that there's no money in it, they probably just threw it in the trash. I don't know. It sucks because that's how we make money on.
They could have
tour.
sold your
yeah.
merch.
To who?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
I would have bought it back. cut me a deal,
that sucks.
$50 or something.
Because that shit's expensive,
It is, yeah.
Well, okay, it's not only expensive, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, we go to this place." Finding good places that make good merch. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I get so tired of like ordering a shirt or ordering like a whole line of shirts, and then they come. The first 3, the ink is great, and then as they go farther, it just gets lighter and lighter, and you're like, son of a bitch, you ran out of the little color. I get it. Thank God I paid full price for these.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find like good. It's for me anyway.
Yeah, we used Screen Kings for our last batch, and I think they're pretty nice.
I like those shirts. I have one.
Yeah,
I have
I
one of
think
these.
they're good quality.
Yeah. Screen King. So good time to plug here. If you want a 10 drink minimum shirt, we have a store on our website and you can just order it from TeePublic and it comes to you. I don't have to do any part of it. It's pretty great. And they give me a little bit of a money so
Nice.
that I can spend on my hair products. I'm just kidding.
Of
We
course.
do have some decent shirts on there. I think we have like two shirts.
We have t-shirts. We still have the one where it's a picture of me. It says, "If found,
No.
give him booze."
No, but I think I'm gonna have that remade.
I like that one.
I'm gonna have that shirt made where it's smiley and it says "If found, buy him drinks."
I'd wear that.
Yeah,
Lost.
We're gonna
If
start
found.
doing more. Yeah. Also, we have a new Instagram account, 10 Drink Minimum Podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Follow our new Instagram account that Smiley still hasn't signed up for.
I have to make an Instagram account.
It's not hard.
I know.
Of all the people, he's like the most vain human being I know. Does not have an Instagram.
You just like you worried you're gonna get sucked into it? If you...
No, I just I've never made like a profile before. Honestly, I've just waited until someone else made it for me, and I'm like, cool, sounds good. What's my password?
Oh, I won't give you the password, but I'll make it for you.
Well, then what's the point of it? How am I
Shirtless Smiley at Shirtless Smiley, and we'll Photoshop you shirtless.
Yeah, I don't remember having that much hair.
No, people will think you're wearing a shirt. That's how much hair there will be. Well, I picture. Here's what I picture. If Smiley took his shirt off, everywhere that you don't see skin is hair.
It's all hair.
It's just a shirt, front and back, full front and back. Have you ever known somebody? They're all this Smiley have a LinkedIn. Have you ever known somebody who has like they'll take their shirt off and it looks like they have a shirt on front and back? So when I was in college, one of my friends was like that, and we shaved our fraternity crest into his hair.
Oh wow.
You imagine having that much fucking hair on your body? I can't. Oh man.
I mean, like other than my head.
I feel like what we should have done is we should have like, if we raise a certain amount of money, we get to rip it off with wax. Oh god, it would have just been one solid like full piece. Oh, I can't imagine.
Donate it to Locks of Love or whatever.
Oh god,
No, I already shaved my head for this program once.
yeah. You don't want to see that.
No, never again. Never again. It
Smiley does not have a good bald head.
Yeah, no, it worked out really well for the TV show I was working on at the time, but I look like a pinhead. It's like, it's very much, I'm like, oh, is that what my mom said, bless your pointed little head?
Oh god damn.
Oh, it is kind of pointy.
I really hope you have a LinkedIn. Do you have a LinkedIn?
No, I don't even know what that is.
TikTok? You got a TikTok?
No.
What do you have? Is it better-
Facebook.
I have a
That's it,
Facebook.
yeah.
MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah. I mean, I used to.
Wow.
I didn't make that one either. My brother made it up for me. He's like, you should be on MySpace. Here's some pictures of you.
MySpace. I made my friend's MySpace, but it was he didn't have the password to it. It was pretty bad. He did not. It was not flattering for him because he refused to make one. But he always wanted. Here's why. Because he would always go, "Will you look somebody up for me on MySpace?" I'm like, "Open your own account." I don't want one.
I don't want one.
Well, then I'll make one for you.
Remember when they used to make us rank our friends on?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's a terrible idea.
That was
What?
That was a very important aspect of it.
I'm still doing it now.
I want to see that.
No, I'm just kidding. And people would get like, they're like, "I used to be in your top 10." What
I was like,
happened?
yeah,
Yeah,
then you
man, come
fucked
on.
up.
What happened, bro?
Whoa.
You fucked up.
And then you would
You're
have
not
to
my
do
top
like
10.
you would have to do it, and you're like, especially if you got like a new girlfriend,
Right.
Because she had to move up to like the first spot,
Right.
right?
Someone's getting cut off.
Someone's getting cut off, so then you're like, I haven't talked to that guy. How often will he look at this? Jeez, right?
Yep.
Oh man, those were tough times.
I had an easy one.
Those were stressful.
I had family members. I was like, sorry, Matt, you're not a girl. Matthew's my brother. You're gone. Ixnay. We're still brothers.
Oh, smart,
Makes
smart.
sense.
When we break up, you're back on my top.
Also, do you remember Hot or Not?
That's what it was based off of, right? Isn't that like
The top 10?
Facebook was like hot or not, right?
Was it?
I don't know, but yeah, I do. Remember.
Oh yeah, like Hot or Not was like just literally a website, and it was like,
Terrible.
just fucked up, right?
Yes.
The early internet was just fucked up, and then like Rotten.com, all that shit was just terrible.
That stuff give you nightmares still.
Oh man, we just don't have that. I mean, I'm sure it's still there.
Oh, it's still bad. It's just
Is Rotten.com still around?
it's just like morphed into other stuff. I'm sure.
I thought that got taken down.
Tub
I mean,
Girl,
if you want to find that stuff, you can find it on it. It's not like it's gone.
yeah, it's on Reddit now. It's all
Or
Reddit,
the 4chan or whatever.
4chan.
Yeah.
Not that 4chan is bad. We're all for it. Don't
Yeah, that's right.
Don't spam us.
don't do whatever 4chan does.
I only have,
Don't attack Smiley's LinkedIn.
that's right. I only have one email. What happens if it goes away?
Right. God, the good old day. Hot or Not. Then, like, on HBO or Max, whatever it's called now, there's a show from Britain. And you talk about, like, here's what's fucked up. Like, you bring up Hot or Not, and people are like, well, that's fucked up. How fucked up is that? Okay, there's a fucking game show from England where, like, if the guy comes on, they have 6 women behind a thing that comes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of them are nude. So at the beginning, it goes up to their like torso, so you can see like their vagina, and then the guy eliminates one.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Then the next one it goes up and it shows like their boobs, and the guy eliminates one. And then the next one goes up and it shows their faces, and he like eliminates one. Then when there's like 2 left, the guy gets naked, and then he picks between the 2, and then they go out on a date.
Wow. And
And then it's not just and then they do 2 an episode. So then it'll be like, you know, a woman, but then every once in a while it's like a you know, lesbian lady, and then like women, or a gay guy and men. And it's like, how is Hot or Not fucked up and this is not fucked up?
I think it is. I mean, it's like
No, that
designed
sounds-
to be controversial.
Yeah.
All of it's fucked up, right? Yeah. And like every time, like we watched like 2 episodes because we were curious, my girlfriend and I. And every date, like after the date, they would like interview him, and every time they're like, it was fun. It was fun. I mean, you know, we had a good time. We had a good time, right? And then they like, huh? And you're like, okay, these people are not. And I'm like, that's the perfect like ending to this, is like how vapid and shitty it is, you know?
Can you imagine, like, how did you meet Dad? Well, I saw
Well,
his
I
schlong
saw
and
his dick.
it was love at first sight.
Looked like a tree trunk. He had the proper trimming. I didn't care for his nipple ring, but you know, that can be, you know, that's not a deal breaker.
So just like the complete opposite of how you would normally judge someone
Yeah.
from the outside. I'm like, I want to know how they look in clothes.
Right.
What is their fashion style?
Well, and that's when
I don't
they
get
want
any
yeah,
of that. I'm
right.
like,
It's a good
knows
point.
what this person wears.
Right.
See,
What if they're always like this? I don't want to date a nudist.
well, then on Netflix, there's like a show where they do like a full mask of makeup on people,
Oh wow.
and then they go on dates together. Like the woman will look like a fox, and the guy will look like a warthog. And they're going on a date, and like it'll be like one woman and then three guys, and one's a warthog, one's an ape, one and they're all like me. And then like as she eliminates them, they come out without the makeup on, and it's just it's hot or not,
Yep.
It is. I don't know.
Yeah. What happened to the dating game show? You get to ask questions, get to know the
Yeah,
person.
right.
Well, I mean, they go on a date with them,
Right. That's true.
but it's always like this dude, and he's all, when I go out with Cassandra, she's gonna get a world rock. She won't even know what hit her. Because it's all English. I don't know what's going on over there, Craig.
Explain yourself.
Explain your country.
It's an island society.
Blood pudding.
Right.
Come on.
Well, yeah, that's like predicated on like, oh, if the makeup comes off and they're not attractive, then they're
Yeah.
Whatever.
And they're always attractive.
right.
That's why, like, when I watched, my girlfriend and I watched, God, what was it called? The Trust on Netflix. So the prize money is $250,000, right? They put 11 people in this beautiful, like, house on the Dominican Republic on the beach. And from day one, all 11 people are eligible for the $250,000. If each day they have a vote. If everyone votes no vote, and they do it all the way through, 11 people split $250,000. Now, if one person votes someone out, they're gone. All it takes is one vote. Now, if two people vote and they vote for, there's a tie, then it negates. It's no vote. The cool thing is like they had, young, attractive people. Then there's like this middle-aged woman, and then there was like a 68-year-old woman on this show, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this shit. It was good.
It sounds interesting.
It was a good show. I enjoyed it. And it was really funny because there was a pocket of people that immediately were pieces of shit. And then there was a whole pocket of people that were just the most pure, great people. And they're like, I'm going to vote no every time. And the only time they voted someone out is when they were like, they're not good people.
Yeah.
And they voted them out. But then they were like, it hurts my conscience. I would have been like, I'm going to be nice. And then as soon as I see someone being a piece of shit, I'd be like, we're killing that person. You mean vote them out, right? I'd be like, yeah.
You're all, we're not going to take them across the border or nothing.
No.
Where are we? Dominican Republic? Nothing
Right.
bad could possibly happen here.
Right. All right. I think we're good here. Youngsville, new album, Murder, all in the same talk.
Well, yeah.
And he won't let me talk about cannibalism on the show. I do not get
I
it.
don't say you can't. I just don't agree with it. Do you guys agree with cannibalism?
Not inherently.
If the person says it's okay to eat them, are you cool with that?
I go without.
Thank you.
Probably not.
Thank you,
yeah.
Cody, for agreeing with me.
Because you guys just don't like eating.
I mean, it depends, like, are we talking like that soccer?
I mean,
team
that's
in the
different.
Alps,
That's a whole different thing. And they have a new movie about that, or series about that on Netflix, something,
Oh, yeah.
because we've all forgotten about it, apparently. But
Oh, I haven't. Alive. I
if
loved that
you
movie
have to
growing
do
up.
it, and then what's the TV show on Showtime? The girls' soccer team.
Yellow
Oh, yeah,
Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Jesus.
That show's so great.
That show makes me feel dirty when I get done watching. I'm like,
Oh, it's
God
really
almighty.
well done. It makes
Yeah.
me feel bad watching that show. I'm like,
Have you watched that show?
I have not seen that
Not
one
yet.
yet.
It's pretty rough.
give you the shivers.
It does. It's
That-
like,
that is a good horror show. If
Okay.
you feel like, oh, afterwards.
so yeah, this Friday at Launchpad, Youngsville, Hometown Relics is launching. I got the first record, so
It's gonna be $20.
tough shit to all the rest of you. I got numero uno autographed copy. No, just kidding. $20 gets you in the door and gets you a vinyl. $10 gets you in the door and you get to watch us all hold our vinyl while you don't have one. like a loser. Like a loser. I'm excited for you guys. You guys excited about this?
I'm very excited. I've been looking
Yeah?
forward to it for a very long time.
No?
So
Nice.
yeah,
You gonna sell out? Sell out of the vinyls?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the night. We have a lot of great
Mm-hmm.
bands there,
Yeah.
and I'm beyond ready for this album to come out and for people to hear it. So
Good. Yeah. I've been listening to it. And so it'll be live on... What times they go live on Friday?
I'm not sure, but I think it's before the show, so I think you could listen to it.
So
in the morning.
Saturday for sure. You can be able
Yeah.
to listen to it if you don't live in the Albuquerque metropolitan area. If you live in, say, England, if that's a thing, you can listen to it at least by Saturday for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Youngsville. Check them out. They're the theme song to this show is written by Carlos Stahl, lead singer. Yeah, so that's very cool. Cody Wilson, Ryan Shirota. Thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Smiley, thank you for being here.
Oh,
Saturday. Thank you guys for being here with us on a Saturday. Go out and party, man. It's fucking Saturday. Woo! You ain't got to work tomorrow unless you have a shitty job. Right? Do you got to work tomorrow, Smiley?
Never.
Oh, okay. He probably walked out. He's probably quit.
I haven't. If you hire me for a job, you know I don't work Sundays. That's how it works.
It's going to be awesome. So see you guys next Friday. Hopefully Carlos is there
He better be. Yeah.
with bells on. Are you guys the headliner? Are you guys the final back? Have you guys figured that out yet?
What about third?
We're playing third. Yeah.
Oh.
I think Red Light is headlining, and they asked for that.
Really?
Yeah.
They fucking big timed you guys?
I'm happy for that.
They're like, we're playing last. Can you put our name bigger on the poster? Was this Barney?
No, I think we have an older crowd.
I just stir a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you have an older crowd?
We have an older crowd, so they want to see.
Kathy's gotta go to bed.
Yeah, my parents got to get to bed.
Dude, Kathy better sit with me at the booth.
She will.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You tell her. I'll save her a spot.
Okay.
So I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Smiley gonna go?
Ah,
I'll go to work.
yeah, I do have to work.
I gotta sell booze to kids.
Well, listen to the album at least.
I will listen to the album.
Pretend you're there.
I'll throw him some cash to get me a CD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And with
For
that,
having us.
we
We
are
are
10
10
drink
drink
minimum.
You were safe.